Right guys, fractions, okay? Now what most people think of fractions is when you have an equation, okay, and it has different, what we call denominators, different numbers on the bottom. What you have to do is you have to make sure that all the numbers on the bottom are the same. So for example, in number 15, what I have to do is I have to make sure all the numbers on the bottom are the same. So what number will 2, 3 and 6 divide into? 6. They'll divide into 6. So we need to turn them all into 6's. Now, what I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to write down each one, and then I'm going to look at the ones that aren't 6. How do I turn 2 into 6?
You would multiply it by 3.
So, when you multiply the bottom by 3, you also have to multiply the top by 3 as not to change the question. You'll often hear that question, pick a number between 1 and 5, and some will say multiply by 3, then divide by 3, and then you'll get the same number, because you're just undoing what you did. Okay, and what about this one here, guys?
2 on both.
2 on both. Okay, now what happens here is now we're going to get 3x all over 6. We're going to get 2x all over 6, and then we're going to get 5 over 6. And because they're all over 6, because both sides are equal to each other, and both sides are being divided by 6, it means we can get rid of the 6's. So it's quite easy. The 6's disappear. And now we're going to be left with 3x plus 2x.
5x squared.
5x equals 5.
No squared.
No square because they're not being multiplied. And what?
X equals 1.
So x equals, I'm just going to put the last step in, 5 over 5 equals 1. Handy enough, okay? You can just write 1 if you want, yeah. Alright guys, now let's move on to a slightly harder type of question, okay? So if you look at number 21, 21 looks really complicated. But what I want to show you is this. See the third on the outside? What you can change it into is this. Divided by 3. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Divided by 3. The next one is going to be? Now it's going to be a minus 1. See the minus 1? See the minus a half?
Yeah.
So it's minus 1 is being multiplied by the top part, and then you're going to divide it by 2.
But the other one you didn't have to.
Because, sorry, you actually multiply it by 1. But 1 is exactly the same thing here.
Why did you put them over 3 and 2?
Because one of them's a third, and the other one's a half.
Oh.
Okay? And then once we've completed that, what we're then going to get is minus a 6 equals 0. Now we're going to do what we did last time. We're going to pick a number, and actually it turns out to be the same number, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to multiply the top one by 2, and the bottom one by 2. This one by 3, and this one by 3, and then leave that one the same. Now, 2 multiplied by 4x? 8x plus 2. What's minus 3 times 1?
Minus 3.
Minus 3 multiplied by 2x?
Minus 6.
6x, and minus 3 by plus 1?
3.
Minus 3. Okay, and this is all over 6. Yeah? And then it's going to be minus 1 on top, yeah? Because that one is also over. So in effect, the bottom just disappears.
Are you allowed just to like connect that on? Yeah, that
You can't, you're allowed to do that if you want. And then equals 0. So in effect, the 6 doesn't exist at the moment, does it? It's just gone. So we're going to add them all together. So 8x minus 6x, 2x.
You're not doing 8x plus 2x?
That's not an x, it's just 2.
Yeah, so you're doing 8x plus 2 first now.
I can't add 8x and 2.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
So 2 minus 3 is minus 1, and then it's going to be 2x minus 2 equals 0. Bring the minus 2 to the other side. 2x equals 2x equals 1. Okay guys, last one we're going to do today. Okay, you're doing really well. So guys, last one we're going to do today is number 22. I don't want you to take it down, I just want you to have a look at it. Okay guys, with 22 what can we do? What can we change the 5 6 into? 6 on the bottom, 5 on top. Next one?
2 on the bottom, minus 3.
Minus 3 on the top. It's minus 3 over 2.
How do you decide which one to make a minus?
Usually make the top one a minus.
6.
Okay. And then we're going to turn them all into 6s. 3 here. And then another 3 there. What's 3 times 3?
9.
9. So you can just change that into a minus 9. And then that's 2 here and 2 here. Okay, so let's multiply this out. 5 times 3x. 5 times minus 4. Okay, and they're all over 6s now, aren't they? The whole thing, so I don't necessarily even have to put it in anymore, so it's gone. And then, what about the next part? Minus 9 times 4x. Minus 9 times plus 2. Minus 18. And then 2 times 2. 4. 15x minus 36x. Minus 21x. Then minus 20 minus 18. Minus 38. You owe somebody 20, then you owe somebody 18.
You're in proper debt there.
Improper debt is right. And then bring over to 38, and what you get?
Plus 38.
Yeah. Which means
42.
42. And then 42 divided by minus 21. Minus 2. Okay?
It'll always be like go into something that fits into each other, like 2 to 1 to 42.
Will always be that easier.
Yeah, usually.